This is why certain franchises go to die. Pokemon Sword and Shield, sadly and undeservedly, sells 16 million copies. To put that in comparison, that has sold more than Zelda Breath of the Wild, Smash Ultimate. It has sold more than Halo 3, Halo Reach, and a lot of Call of Duty games on one console alone. Okay, but then you have these Pokemon fans, you have these Nintendo fans saying, "Oh, but Call of Duty is the same fucking game every year." Well, Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's the same game as Sun and Moon. Okay, the only thing that changed is the story, and even then, the story is as bland as they can possibly make. You know, it's bad, it's terrible. Okay, but the fact that 16 million people, despite the whole controversy which the media tried to destroy and all the PokeTubers tried to destroy and tried to, hide it even existed, tried to, oh, there's no controversy about this game, okay? There's no controversy about, removing Pokemon for before, high quality animations, which they weren't really high quality animations, for, a game that came out unfinished, okay? This game, 16 million people bought an unfinished game, okay? Of course, according to PokeTubers, oh, Pokemon Sword Shield is the greatest Pokemon game ever. How dare you say that, okay? It's not just the Diversified card, it's all these other bigger PokeTubers as well, okay? Saying that Pokemon Sword and Shield is nothing but the greatest game in the franchise. No, it is not the greatest game in the franchise. It's one of the worst. It's the worst game in the franchise. But it's the same fan base that bought, 11 million copies of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was the worst game in the series until Sword and Shield came out. Okay, and then the problem is all people who hate Sword and Shield bought the game anyways. It's like, why did you buy the game? Of course, here, if you want to review it, of course, obviously, you had to get the game, okay? It was like all the people who hate the Disney Star Wars still buying Disney Star Wars just to give it a review to see how bad it really is. But you have a company who lies to you, and I won't be surprised that the overpriced DLC sells 5 to 6 million copies and Pokemon Home sells 5 to 6 million copies, because it seems that there's just no end to PokeTubers. You have all the PokeTubers going out defending Pokemon Home, going out defending the Pokemon, DLC, saying, oh, they're worth it. They're worth it. But yeah, you're really buying an expansion pass for a $60 game that isn't complete, for, the models not being high quality, being washed models, like being, the bare minimum to make a model, okay, it takes like 10 seconds, okay, all the animations are not high quality, they're the same exact animations from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and the only new animations are for the new moves and the new Pokemon. So the only new animations are for the new Pokemon. All the old Pokemon have old reused animations, and it's just so funny that you have all these people defending this game, and it's just, I was hoping this game would be a disaster. I was hoping this game would be a critical and financial disaster to suffer the Game Freak's face, to really show Game Freak that, that people. But again, eventually, if Game Freak continues with this, Pokemon will fall just like Transformers franchise. It will fall just like Star Wars, okay? It will fall just like all the other franchises that try to, ruin the series, okay? It's gonna take a while. But, all the PokeTubers, are defending this game, calling this game, oh, best Pokemon game in the years, okay? Best Pokemon game since, the originals, okay? These games are the greatest. It has Charizard. And the newest Pokemon have Triforces on it. How dare you criticize a game with Pokemon with Triforces on it, okay? So it's absolutely ridiculous that this terrible game, sold 16 million copies. How can a game so bad sell so many copies, okay? I know Fortnite exists, but at least Fortnite was a finished game, okay? I know PUBG sold like 80 million copies, and Pokemon Sword and Shield is nowhere near the copies that PUBG sold. And PUBG is a really bad game as well. I played PUBG, and that game was awful. But, how can a broken game, an unfinished game, sell 16 million copies? Trick 16 million people. Well, PokeTubers, you have no one else but yourselves to blame, okay? From all the major PokeTubers, I haven't seen a single PokeTuber, be not so out for Game Freak at any cost. So Pokemon Sword and Shield, somehow, because those PokeTubers saying it's a masterpiece, sell out 16 million people sold out for this game. So that's basically it. Pokemon Swords and Shields. I still don't buy the game. Yes, I did not contribute to the 16 million copies of the game. Thankfully, I didn't contribute to the 16 million copies that Pokemon Sword and Shield sold. That's basically it. Goodbye.